should get myself one of those countdown clock things, shouldn't I? Counts down. I could do it myself, I suppose. 4 minutes and 51. 4 minutes and 49, but I can't see that being quite as much fun. So yeah, we are where we left off yesterday. Here I can hear myself on things, so I'll shut that off. Yeah, so we're back where we landed yesterday. And the weather is rubbish. We have to go. We can't just stop here forever. We have to get going. It is instrument rated, so it's not an issue. We are, but I don't really know where we're gonna go. To be honest, I've not really thought that far ahead. I just thought I'd load up the simulator. To be honest, this is my plan. I thought we'd just load up the simulator, and then we'd see where I fancied going, or if anybody had any suggestions where to go, or anything like that. So I was thinking maybe over a Stornoway, possibly up to the Shetlands, maybe back down south, good old Yorkshire. Who knows? Not really made up my mind yet, to be honest, but like I say, I just thought I'd load up, get everything set up, and then have a little think about where I wanted to maybe go. But if we go over to Stornoway, then next time we can fly down the Hebrides. Here we go, visit Barra or something, or come round right Islay, that sort of area, and maybe into Northern Ireland. If we go up to the Shetlands, we have to come back down from the Shetlands. We could head down towards Yorkshire, as I say, and then that opens up other possibilities, maybe. Yeah, let's head back towards Sherburn. It's where we started this adventure from, Sherburn. So let's head back to Sherburn. So let's have a look at how we are going to get there. Right, if I am all fancy, and if I push number 2, look at that. Right, so let's go find shit. We don't need to worry about the airspaces for the minute. There's Leeds. There is Sherburn. Now, if the weather why are we rolling? I must have caught the falls there with my elbow. Probably did. If the weather conditions at Sherburn are not very good, we will have to go somewhere else. At the minute, it is showing VFI is okay. 15 knot wind, we can deal with that. Visibility is 4.5 miles. Yeah, so we should. Possibly we should be okay, so I don't know when we can switch to VFI, but hopefully at some point. Right. We need to work out how we're going to get there, so I don't really want to go all the way. Let's take a line of St. Abs. Let's take a line of St. Abs. Put it like that. Okay, so St. Abs. Yes, so if we fly down that gives us roughly. That's not too bad, is it? Then maybe Aberdeen. What's Aberdeen's range? Aberdeen's range is 200, so that's okay. Then maybe if we come down something, yeah, we could, I suppose, fly to just use Saint Abs, I suppose, couldn't we? Yeah, I didn't want to go all the way to Saint Abs. We could fly a proper airway, I suppose. No, we'll just do VOR. I was thinking maybe we could do something like that, possibly. But we might as well just use St. Abs then, haven't we? So come off St. Abs, yep. And all the way down to Sherburn, which is 130.29. So yeah, we might as well just do that. So we'll just add St. Abs into the flight plan. And yeah, job done. So we'll just track St. Abs. A little bit boring, but no point making it complicated for the sake of complicated, is there? That's the frequency. We need to be. No, we tracked that the wrong way around, didn't we? Not going to be doing any maps. Measure. That's the end. Abs. 154. 54. Let's get some lights on in here. 54. Let's go back to the plane and we'll get the thing set up. So I always find it quite difficult to get precisely on these things. Let's give ourselves the best chance. Zoom right. Yeah, at some point we'll switch to VFR and that's 150 there, so 1, 4, that should be it. Right, no, wrong button, that button. And we'll go 8,000 feet, as I assume that should be good enough. Let me just check on this one now. Map. Yeah, 6,000 feet should be. Right, we'll go. We're going east, semicircular. So we'll do 7. 7,000. There we go. Right, let's get ourselves. God, I don't know where the runway is here because the grass is that long. The grass needs cutting. It's just to the side of us there, and then that way. Let's put these taxi lights on. Everything else. Temperature's good. A bit too hot for me. 26. But let's see we've done everything we're supposed to do on the run-up tests and everything like that. Let me amend my Ivao flight plan. You just go and amend that. Yes, I put question marks, which I don't. But I put XXX to be fair. So EG, what is Charlie Juliet? No. Charlie Juliet. Charlie Juliet. And we're going via St. Abs Sab. Sab VOR. And the estimated flight time is 2.5 hours. And we've got endurance. Should have enough fuel, I believe. Yeah, we should be fine. Fuel report. That's not even for the right aircraft. How do I load the correct one? No. No. think I've just overridden the... We should be fine. I think we got up here with less than that, so we should be good. Right, let's get moving. Parking brake off. Need to just adjust my throttles. We do not have reversers, so you can't really see where the runway is because the grass is that long. You know, I've never even noticed this thing has a wiper blade. Probably not. I've never used one anyway, so nope, that didn't do it. Runway should be just somewhere right. Sorry about that, I must have caught a button. Right, so the runway should be just in front, just to the clock. I don't know if you can hear the engines or not. I turned the sound down yesterday, didn't I? Let me just turn it back up. Sounds. Try 50%. Is that too loud? Is that too much? I don't know. Let me know if it is. Okay, let's just... Is that a number? Yeah, that's a number. Yeah, the grass is too long. It's custom scenery. It's custom scenery. The grass hasn't been cut. It has there, I think, but here it hasn't. Look. Okay, let's line up. It's 2.8, so there's the center line. Look. Okay, let's go. I need to figure out how to take out the GPS stuff. If you noticed yesterday we had the GPS stuff when the radio stacks out, but now I figure we don't actually ever use it anyway, so why have it? So I'm taking it out. It's cool. And the throttle back a little bit. RPM a little bit too fast on the climb there, but I don't seem to be picking up center amps, do we? We'll get a little bit higher, maybe. When we get a little bit higher, we might get a signal. We probably are too low down. It is quite. There's a lot of stuff in between us and that. We may have to consider tuning something different. Because we are in absolute soup, look. Let me get my wind level with the instruments and then we will tune 1092, which is Inverness. That's Inverness, so let's have a look where Inverness is. Inverness is that way, so let's go to Inverness first. What I did there, anyone that doesn't know, so it's just so people know, is I want to track towards Inverness, so I just tuned the frequency and I just turned the OBS heading here. I'll turn the heading button as well. Just when we do turn the autopilot on, So yeah, so I just tuned 109, which I know for a fact is Inverness. You can check with the Morse code, but I tried earlier, it doesn't work in this aircraft for some reason. I do feel the engines are slightly too noisy now. I'll turn them down a little bit. I hope that is better. I hope that's a little bit better. Yeah, horrible weather conditions, but we're doing okay. We're climbing out. We're heading roughly towards Inverness. Weather's just rain and rain and rain and the weather rain, Alan. We're not climbing terribly fast, but there's no need to climb too fast. Just climb nice and steady. We're getting blown a little bit by the wind. 100 knots, nice speed to climb out at. The gear up, which I thought I did, but I didn't. Now we're going to probably accelerate, so we'll increase that climb rate to compensate. And yeah, off we go to Inverness. We're 15.4 miles away, and I think it's time to turn on the autopilot, to be honest. We'll get the flight director on. We'll get the heading bug selected. The heading bug selected and everything and such. And yeah, we're good to go. Okay. So we're tracking roughly, just gotta watch that speed, look, the speed's dropping. There must be a bit of a headwind. Just caught that. Let's bring the climb rate down a little bit. Right, still 14 miles away from Inverness. Let's have a look on little nav map and see where we are. If I press 2, yes. So you see we're heading, there's a lot of wind, look at that wind. We're heading roughly towards Inverness. Let's quickly switch frequencies. See if we can pick up. Okay, we've just picked up St. Abs, so we'll move the needle here and need to be going more that way. So yeah, we're gonna go straight to St. Abs now. It's gonna be a bit of a long, boring flight, to be fair, because we can't really see anything, which is what I personally like to do, is look out the window and see things. We can't see anything, look, it's just... So yeah, we'll get ourselves locked on to St. Abs. Getting blown by a slight tailwind. We're gonna probably need to be just off centre. Not particularly bothered about tracking a particular. Really just want to go towards it, so yeah, can't see it. Hopefully it'll get nicer as we get south. Then we'll be able to look out the window and we'll be able to navigate VFR and switch to VFR. Yeah, we need to get out of Scotland. Nearly to 7,000 feet. We might go a little bit higher actually. We may just keep climbing and see how we can get above the weather maybe. That might be a good idea, to get above it. Maybe we'll be able to see a little bit more. Just looking. Yeah, we could probably go. Well, we can definitely go higher. Let's go to. Let's try 11. Let's try 11,000. See if that's any nicer. Okay, so we're passing 6,000 feet, so we need to set the standard QNH. And again, it's quite difficult on the old analog gauges, so we'll zoom in. So I reckon that's 10, so 11, 12. I reckon that's about 13, don't you? That'll do then. Transponders on. Is there any ATC online? I won't imagine there to be. Now, according to WebEye, once we get sort of near Fife, no, once we get near Scones, Dundee, the weather should be a little bit better. Oh, the little fluffy white cloud. Can we see anything? Can we see any? Oh, we can see something. Maybe a road. Maybe a field. Something there, look. We can definitely see something there. And it's gone again. Sad. Okay. Very sad. We'll just keep climbing up to 11. See what it's like up there. I did just push G again then. And it's temperature in the cabin 7, but I don't like it too hot anyway, so 7 degrees suits me. Yeah, which is an old-fashioned nav type of thing. I don't know how to use that, to be honest. It's not like the RNAV today. It's like the first generation of RNAV. So I don't think it works exactly how it works today. But I should probably read the manual, to be honest, and learn how to use it. But the Bonanza is technically not supposed to go into non-icing conditions. We're not really. Well, we are icing up a bit actually, aren't we? Let's put the defrosts on. If we get the cabin a bit hotter, then it might help. I didn't realise we were icing, to be honest. We're not supposed to fly into conditions and we know it's going to be icy, but it's not real life, is it? So we'll let it slide. Yes, we're right here, look. I think the yellow is rain, isn't it? It's a 10 miles into through rain that we got, whatever the hell green is, I don't know. Guess we'll find out when we get, which is green I think that we're in now, so light rain. But we're 9,000 feet, so we're quite high. dropping speed a little bit, but we're not quite full throttle. We're not far off. Might have to bring the climb rate down a little bit. 1,000 feet to go to our desired altitude. Pretty much locked on to St. Abs. Let's see, we have a look. How we're getting on the little nav map. So I've left the plane on this time. There's no point turning it off. And yeah, we're going. We're alright. We're flying. We're quite far away, but as I say, I'm not actually bothering to track to find that radio. I'm just flying to it under my own headingness. So I'm not too bothered about not being exact. I don't really want to overfly it millimeter. Just want to head in the sort of generalised direction of it, really. We may even follow if we get to St. Abs and the weather's okay. We may just follow the coast down. To be fair, get down to Scarborough. I love Filey. Might show you all Filey and stuff, and then we'll maybe scoot past Fridlington and then maybe come back. Or maybe we'll just cut off at Filey and come down the A64 through York back to Sherburn. That's just the autopilot disengaging. Just disengage the autopilot with the time ranges to drop the nose, give us a little bit of speed because we were sucking. I don't understand why it's suddenly slow because we've got a tailwind of about 20 knots. And we can go to about 19,000 feet, so maybe it's a little bit ambitious to go up, so we'll drop that down to 9 maybe. We'll just re-engage the autopilot. It's definitely not cooperating today. Okay, we'll just fly it ourselves. We'll take the autopilot off. We'll just fly ourselves. We'll set a nice little descent rate. Turn the flight director off because we don't need it. Let's trim for a 300 feet per minute descent rate. Oh, trim. It's trimmed itself very nose up. Here we go. Okay. Now, it was trimmed very nose up for some reason with the autopilot. Don't know why it trimmed itself that much, to be fair, but it did for whatever reason. It won't trim. It's just refusing to trim. Get it eventually. No. The wind's just absolutely hammering us. Okay, there we go. We got it marvelous where I want it. Just an ever so slight descent, just to help us maintain a little bit of speed. Keep the wings level. Very easy to get disorientated when it's like this. You've got to rely on the instruments. We're heading slightly the wrong way with all that messing about, so we'll just pull a little bit of the left stick and we'll just get ourselves back on course. Just left on the bottom market. That will switch tanks. There we go. Right, so let's see if the autopilot wants to play balls again. That's the flight director on. Heading and thing, and let's turn the autopilot on. And it came up with a trim warning then, if you spotted that. We'll go down to 9. I think it was set to 9, wasn't it? 9, 9. Okay, we'll go down to 9. No, I hate trying to do little dials. Right, and then we'll just drop it 400 feet a minute. Right, it seems to be under control now. Right, 91 miles to go. I hate it's a bit boring, I must admit. I prefer to fly. Oops. I prefer to fly via. What happened then? Who knows? Quite a while ago, really. Up to 19 degrees in the cabin, which is nice. Still nothing to really see out of the windows, look. Go to this side. You can just make out a few little things here and there, maybe. Field or something. The weather definitely sucks. Looking at the web eye, it's a little bit clearer. I don't know how reliable the web eye actually is. In terms of, like, weather forecasting, you know what I mean? There we go, that's the web eye. I don't know why it never lets me zoom or anything, but that little plane just there in the middle at the top. That's me. That's me there, look. Let's see if we can get the fuel mixture clean now. There we go. Might help us save a little bit of fuel. Propeller RPM. See if we can get that to 2500 now, and then the throttle fully open. Nice. It's officially set up with the cruise. A little bit late, but maybe turn oxygen on this altitude. It is a very nice aircraft, though. This it really is. I'm not really bothered about. Oh, we can see outside. I can see things. Oh no, it's going. No, it's going. Come back. See anything at this side? Oh. That sucks. It really does. I wish I could have. Hopefully we're going to get through this soon. I'm looking outside my window, it looks quite good to be fair, so I think once we get Dundee, south of Dundee, I think it might be alright, and then we'll be able to fly a little bit more VFR-y. Maybe some VFR-y, just leaving that a word, who knows. Need to change that registration back as well when I remember finally. No, not much, not particularly much happening. But while the plane's just flying along boringly, let's have a look at our arrival. So let's see if we can work out what runway is currently in use at Sherborne Airport. So we're probably going to be on 28, which is the asphalt runway. Now, with the traffic pattern here, they want you to base, I'll draw it on, so you take off and you fly to sort of the railway line, the road. So you fly something like maybe that. Then they want you to fly through this gap here. So you're flying through that little gap. And then here, that's not really good. Let me, how do I do it? Oh yeah, Google Satellite. There we go. So I want you to fly like that. Then you're supposed to come on, yeah, so a little bit like that. Then you're supposed to come down through this gap here. And then they want you to turn up, sugar. That wasn't the right thing to push. Oh, no, now I broke everything. Okay, then they want you to basically I've done it again, crying out loud. Right, then they want you to basically fly something like that. So somewhere like there towards this road. So towards the road here. And then up here, and then finally final. Maybe a little bit sort of further out, maybe more like there probably, to be fair. The clouds are breaking. Look. Scenery. Yes. Look at that. Does that not look stunning? I could just look at that, to be fair, for ages. That is so beautiful. It really is. Not flying and looking at things like that genuinely do blow my mind. They honestly do. I know it's ridiculous. But I flew, most of my flying hours are in Flight Sim 2002. And probably a few thousand hours in 2002. Or 2002. And a little bit, probably probably half of 500 or so, maybe 1,000 hours in the Flight Sim X. And that was the auto gen. Oh, it's gone again now. That was the auto gen. Seeing it just looked dreadful, to be fair. It looked horrible. yeah, just right, give me a sec. Oh, look at this. We can see stuff. We can see things. I don't think it's still worth going VFR quite yet. Though I am very excited and very itching to do so. But I don't think I don't think it's wise to switch to VFR just yet. But yeah, anyway, I was showing you the circuit. So yeah, something like, not precisely like that, but something like that, and then obviously you'd have the base leg would be like that, and then you go over the heap a little bit somewhere, something like that. Because what you don't overfly Sherburn, you know, don't overfly South Milford, don't overfly Lumbit, don't overfly Monkfraston, don't overfly Hambleton. So it's something like that, and yeah, so we'll have to see how we're going to go about it. We'll probably come in. Well, as I say, it depends. Let me just get. This is a bit. This is a bit. Let me switch it back so we can actually see which one is it. Is it that one? That'll do. So yeah, it depends how we do it. If we come through Newcastle to control airspace things, that's D through Newcastle. Might go and try and find that Angel of the North thing. I've only ever drove past it. Only ever drove past it. So maybe we can go have a look for that. Might be fun. Who knows? Yeah. So I'm just reading things. Yeah, maybe we'll go transit Newcastle, and then maybe we will go and find the Angel of the North, which I believe is near the A1. So if we follow the A1, should be good, shouldn't it? Well, it was another Sherburn. Just randomly zooming in on a little nav map, like it was another Sherburn there, at a Sherburn Hill, just south of in between Newcastle and Teesside. So yeah, we may. We could have got the Peter Lee. Peter Lee's quite nice. Yeah, we'll see. So we'll keep. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! That's an angry cloud. That's the sort of cloud that you do not want to fly into, really. Let's go around it. That's scary, man. Yeah, I don't want to go into there. Let's go around that thing. Turn, Bonanza. I do not want to go in the angry cloud. It'll probably try and eat us. I don't want to know what lives inside that thing. That is terrifying. That's pretty. That bit of a lag spike there, that's pretty. That's pretty. Angry. Look at it, just like coming, flying, and I would eat you. That looks like one of those alien things in Avengers. The big, like, thing, I don't know what the hell you call it. The big flying thing that Hulk punches. I know. I'm quite mentally unstable, to be fair. Okay, let's, okay, so the minimum safe altitude for these legs, if I just check little nav map, no need for you to see, so I'm just measuring, the safe altitude is 3,500 feet, we're past that now. The safe altitude for now is probably about 3,000 feet. I think we'll go 3,500. And then we do stand a better chance of seeing pretty things. Just everyone knows, or you should know, that I do like to see pretty things. So we'll get to, where are we? On the nav map. We've actually drifted way off course. Well, because I tend to go around that angry cloud, didn't I? So we'll turn back. Let's find St. Albans again. Nice, so yeah, we'll descend and load this stuff, hopefully. And we'll see some pretty things. How's the fuel reserves doing? Yeah, we're doing alright. We're nearly in the orange of this one. Yeah, halfway down we'll switch to the other tank. I'm not gonna run out, we're gonna have a little bit left, so it shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad at all. Right, let me look on Google Maps and find out where this Angel of the North is. Angel of the North. So it's there. It's actually quite close to Newcastle. I thought it was a little bit further south than that, but it's quite near Newcastle. Near B&Q. Sainsbury's. Yeah, so if we got a little nav map. Turn off the airspaces so I can see what I'm doing. It's there. It's there. That's it. I think. Let me go back to Google Satellite. So it's somewhere here. Exit of the North Fishing Lakes. Remember, you just can't see it on the satellite. But it's somewhere there. If we get close, we should be able. It's there, look. There it is. Big massive range. There's the wings, look. Right. So yeah. So Newcastle Airport is So if we overfly Newcastle Airport, so if we transit Newcastle's airspace, come up on the south, we should be able to find it. And I think the adventure is on. So we so now we're about on the estuary for the Edinburgh. So yeah, where Edinburgh is at the estuary here. The St. Albs should be straight in front of us. A little bit. Few degrees to the right. We are descending very slow. We picked up some good speed and now we're descending as well, which I don't mind. We have been going quite slow. Fuel's looking good. Temperatures, pressures are holding good. Fuel flow is nice. 14 gallons hour. What are these things in? I don't really know how much it carries, to be honest. Third, quarter, half, 3/4. Yeah. We're alright yet, though. Bye-bye, kids. Yeah, and I only stream on the other computer, because obviously Flight Sim's quite demanding, and I don't have the world's best spec. It does okay, I get about 30 FPS most of the time, but everything is ramped up, so it looks as good as I can get it to look, and I don't mind. Low FPS, I'm not bothered about trying to get 60 FPS. Over the time, I'd rather get 30 and have things look stunning than get 60 and have things look okay, personal preference, really, isn't it? Sometimes it's just a personal preference thing. I've never been that bothered about looks in games, but Flight Sim sort of demands when it looks good. And I think I've got a nice happy medium, really. So Edinburgh should be somewhere there, I think. Somewhere about there. Why have I got a weird static sound now? Can you hear the static sound? Thousand feet to go. Maybe it's just my headset that static sounds in. If anybody is actually watching, you let me know in the chat thing. You could hear the staticky thing. But no, it's a personal preference, isn't it? Sometimes it's, in my opinion, always been better just to have steady FPS. I'd rather get 60 over time than get... I'd rather get steady 30 FPS all the time than get like 60, 50, 60, 40, 70, 32, you know what I mean, up and down. It's what it is. Does this work? Yeah. No. So we're a little bit off course, but we can just make some adjustments. Only 12 miles away now from St Abbs, and we are going to track out. Well, we're not going to bother to track outbound, are we? We're going to go... It's 165 was the proper track. Yeah, I can hear static. That wasn't there before. Just checking my temps on my graphics card. 62, not bad at all, right? Not considering right, yeah, 61, 62. The hotspot's at 77, which is amazing. Yeah, I pulled the front off the case. Yeah, because it wasn't letting much air in, to be honest. It was stopping air from getting in. So I moved the case. I have bought some dust screens to put over the fans, because I got 3 fans on the front sucking in air. But I need to get some. I need to modify. I bought magnetic dust streams, thinking that if I put a screw in each corner of the fan, because obviously the fans are screwed in, but on the opposite side there's another screw. So I figured that if I did, if I put another screw in each of the other holes, then the magnetic strips might stick to the screws, but that's not the case. There's not enough space inside the case for 2 of them. I could probably get 1 on the inside of the case, but there's not enough space. So I need to just drill some little holes in the fan cases and then, yeah, job done. Right, 165. So that's that's 160 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're already, as we leave that, we should marry up. We should see it move at some point. Yeah, need to learn how to use that, I suppose. But even though we're VFI, we'll still carry on tracking. We'll still carry on tracking the VOR. I don't think it makes much difference. Yeah, so St. Abbs, which we are coming up on now. I think it's there. Let's take the autopilot off and let's go and have a look. Just watch that speed doesn't creep up. Just descend a little bit. So if any of you watched the 4 movies, remember when the Hulk and whoever else came to try and get Thor to help them, but he was in that little New Asgard place, and they came down the hill in the Land Rover, and the Hulk sat in the back of the Land Rover. That was St. Apps. That was St. Apps, which is just where the mouse, if you look at the mouse, it's just there. Try and get down so we get a bit of a view of it, maybe. But yeah, just near to there it is. Let's shut that down. It's getting a bit hot in here. I don't know how much we'll be able to see. Well, that's not bad, is it? Doesn't look too good in flight sim, but yeah, it came down here and that's the harbour. This is the road they came down, I think. But yeah. Right, let's get back on track. Oops. They're very warm in this plane. Drop the temperatures. Let me de-icing on that. Turn it off, save some fuel maybe. With 2,000 feet we'll get up to 2,500. Low and slightly slow, just how I like flying. Look at how good it looks. So, are you on VATSIM? I'm on Ivao, which is like VATSIM, just a little bit different. But yeah, so yeah, Ivao.aero is the website. Caught my headset. And then up next, where you can see the little gap there. Let me go back out over the sea. Which is a place called Berwick up on Tweed. I'm going there on holiday. I'm going to go stay in a wonderful caravan. I love caravans. We're going to go stay in a caravan up at North Berwick. I assume is, but you just can't see for the cockpit wall, but that little bit, the little where the wind turns, that little white bit there, guessing that's the caravan park maybe. We zoom in and try and have a look. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly could be where it is. Maybe mistaken for little warehouses and things. Yeah, we're going up here for holiday. Never been before. Just watch that climb rate. Never been, so not really sure what to expect or what. It looks quite nice. History and things, so we're gonna go. Yeah, it should be fun. About a 4 or 5 hour drive from where I live, so yeah, it should be very, very nice. Do you fly online much, Sarah? Beach somewhere as well here. I love beach days. So fun. Right, back to paying attention to flying. We don't crash. like a tour guide, you know. If you look to the right, you will see. No, it's just such a wonderful, wonderful country. So much. I don't understand people want to go abroad. There's so much to see in this country. So much to do. So much to see. I know the weather's not always the best, but it's only water, isn't it? So the little island coming up, the little island coming up is, I'm looking on the map now, it's called the Holy Island of Lindisfarne. Holy Island. So the little, but just, I don't know how to explain it. The gap there in the sea. So where the little green little land is, there's like a, oh, what's the technical term? Does anyone know the technical term? There's like an underwater road. So when the tide goes out, the road gets exposed, and you can cross. If the tide comes back in, you're trapped until the tide goes back out again. So you have to check the tide times and things to make sure you won't get stuck. Yeah, Holy Island. I'm not sure what's there. Probably not a lot. Probably a gift shop, to be fair. There's always a gift shop, isn't there? Yeah, probably a gift shop. There's a little town. I'm just looking on a little nav map now. Seeing if there's any. I'll change back to Google Satellite. Sometimes that has some. Oh, so that's a castle. So that building the building there, look, that's like a flat, is actually a castle in real life. There was some forts and a war memorial. So yeah, very nice. And then there's some sort of big stately house somewhere here. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. I could retrim and rest my hand for a minute. Nice. Flying nice and steady. What next? So yeah, just loads of little towns I've never been to or never even heard of. The only place I've been this high up is one of them, to be honest. I've been to Redcar. That's quite a way off yet, though. Looks nice to get back to VFR, though. Rather than flying through the soup, we had to fly through it. It's a grey depressingness. Watch the nose. Just like a little bit of nose. There we go. We're just slightly climbing back up now. Doesn't really matter what altitude we're at, to be fair. Little islands, what are they? I don't know. It's not really, just little island, probably covered in seabirds more than likely. Probably covered in birds. Yeah, just your typical stunning looking British countryside. We are sort of closing in on Newcastle. We're just turned a little bit more to the we're not actually got the autopilot turned on. We just I'm turning the heading bug and thinking why we're not turning, and I'm not actually on the autopilot, I'm actually flying in my hand. I just trimmed it really well. So we'll just turn it. Do an airfield down there. What's that one then? It's not actually on. Not actually on little nav map. It's definitely there. The only little one near here is something called Charleston Myers Airstrip. It's a grass strip. We're not quite. That's more. But we're really descending there. That's more over there. But that is definitely an old airstrip. It's on. It looks a bit abandoned. Definitely an old World War II one with the cross runways for like maximum usage for wind. Then maybe some like anti-aircraft placements or something. Definitely World War II. That stunning cloud in front. That looks nice. So pretty. Yeah, so we'll go and fag the Angel of the North. And I'll give you, I feel like a tour guide, you know. That could be this channel's thing, couldn't it, really? I could be a virtual tour guide flying all over the UK. And babbling away for hours about nonsensical things. And such. Yeah, that could be my my niche, couldn't it, really? Flying about in a virtual tour guide. So if you look to the right, you'll see this. If you look to the left, you'll see a field. Somewhere down there. Caravan site, maybe? Yeah, right, let's turn the old autopilot on so I don't have to keep trimming and things. Right, lazy flying, I know, but we have snuck up to for 3,500. We'll just level off at that little bit of weather coming up in front of us. I'm not overly worried about it. So yeah, we're approaching the Newcastle control zone. We're about 20 miles away. Ordinarily, we would be getting ready to call somebody and get some clearance. No one's online today at the moment, so we don't have to, but if we did, it would be fun. We don't have to, but yeah, we'd probably transit, probably get the Morpeth to Raiden, and then transit over the runway. Just the Angel of the North is somewhere there. I know you can't see that, but it's somewhere there. I'm sure it is. We're gonna find it. There, yeah. Angel of the North. Right. Another 40 miles or so till we get to the Angel of the North. And we'll have a quick look at that, and then we'll make our way down past Durham. Probably scoot through the edge of Durham airspace, and then down the A1, maybe. Or we could take the coast. If you've got any preference, I'm happy just to fly about and look at things, to be honest. Like, really, it's weird, but I do find it quite fun. But I'm quite happy to just fly around and look at things out the windows. If you have any preference to where we go, well, which way we go, down the coast or follow the A1. I'm quite easy, really. I'm not overly fussed. But if we were to call up Newcastle, it'd be something along the lines of Newcastle, hello, Papa Alpha, Uniform, Lima, Basic Service and Zone Transit. They'd come back past message. I'd basically tell them what's going on. So we are a Baron Beechcraft Bonanza G36 out of Dornoch, Airfield, Scotland, heading to Sherburn. 3 POB, even though you can't see them, they are there, trust me. We were not on the correct QNH, we are now. On the correct QNH, we checked their ATIS obviously first and such. And yeah, they come back and never let us transit on the wood. Steady away. Just dropping down. Yes, where are we now? What's of interest outside of the window? Another little airstrip. Somewhere out there it is, it's just there by the wing. That's Esholt Airfield, Echo Golf, Foxtrot, Lima. Yeah, it could definitely be a niche that, flying about, talking about what's going on, what's underneath. I do love to talk. Give me an excuse to never shut up, really, wouldn't it? Yeah, so basically, when we get to Newcastle, we're looking for the Tyne Bridge. And then if we go straight on from the Tyne Bridge, we should see the Angel of the North. Hopefully. It's quite big, so I can't really see us missing it. But I believe I watched a documentary on the Tyne Bridge ages ago, and it was quite interesting to be fair. I think it dates back from the early 1920s. 1920 something, I think it was. It officially opened. It used to be a swing bridge, I think. Obviously, it has to let ships through, because it doesn't use the shipping things. They had to let like ships pass it. Obviously, back in them days, they had big ships, big, massive chimneys and sails and all sorts of other stuff on them. So they had to have bridge. Yeah, Tyne Bridge, Tyne Bridge. Google it and have a look. Very historic bridge. Very historic bridge. Some wonderful statistics. I don't know. I don't know who counted them, but apparently it was 777,124 rivets, which is cool. It spans, the total length is 1,276 feet. The length of the arch span is 531 feet. And, yeah, it's a very historic landmark, Grade 2 listed building, protected by the heritage thing, so it can't be demolished. Not that anybody should ever want to demolish something like that. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, so looking at the topography, well, I think we're heading pretty much straight at Newcastle, to be fair. Because it isn't like, it's not on the coast. People think it's on the coast, but it's not on the coast. It's a little bit in, so yeah, we should be good. I'll just check the little nav map. And yeah, I think we're looking quite good. I think we're heading straight for the Tyne Bridge. We'll go a little bit to the right, so you can hopefully see when we fly over it. So that might be cool. Right, I'll let you enjoy the scenery. I just step away for a second. I'm back. We've just flown past Newcastle Airport, which is there, look. Hang on, there we go. There it is. There's a one runway, 2,130 metres at 23300 metres, 7,644 feet. I don't know when it opened, to be fair. It was there in 1940s. It was used for Supermarine Spitfires. 43. 1967, construction of new runway and terminal was complete. 1978, passenger figures, so yeah, 60s, 70s. Okay, here we go, let's have a look at this Tyne Bridge. There it is, we missed it, there look, that's it there. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. It's not that wibbly wobbly in real life. Real life, it's quite sturdy. There it is, not that weird thing. That one there with the turquoise. Did you see it? There it is. And that's the Tyne Bridge. Right there. Right, next objective is let's find this giant statue. I think it's over there, you know. Yeah, let's to the autopilot off here, let's go over here and have a look. I'm thinking it's somewhere. That's the motorway there, there's an A road that comes in, so it's somewhere in that hub. Clearing, I want to say, there. Just somewhere. Now, let's go have a look. Okay, we don't want to descend too much. Let's stay at a 9, don't want to get too close. Otherwise you can't zoom in, can you? It's a massive statue, but I've not seen. Maybe it's just not in the sim. Maybe it's just not in here. Yeah, it should be there. I reckon it should be exactly there, you know. Because looking at Google Maps, there's a big train depot. We're right over the train depot now. So the statue should be under the wing, and it's not there. Let's do an orbit. is massively disappointing that it's not in the sim. I even have the Orbex UK scenery stuff that makes it a bit more better. So I would have thought it would have been in here, but yes, there was a train depot. So there was a train depot, and let me just switch to Google Street View in Little Nav Map. So yes, there was a train depot. It's right opposite the train depot, so just over the motorway. Just over the motorway. And then on the opposite side of the road. So we'll go back around to this train depot. And then we'll see if we can spot it. And let's get a little bit of a sharper turn going. What's the altitude looking like? We're climbing, which is good, but right, let's have a look. So we need to keep turning. We need to keep turning. There's the river again. Cuts through. There's the motorway. There's the train depot. So there's the train depot just underneath. Oh, so it should be there. It should be right over the other side of that road. I'm not seeing any giant statue, are you? I'm not seeing a giant statue. Let's do another orbit round. Yeah, I'm not seeing any giant statue there. We're not paying attention to the instruments, but yeah, I don't see any giant statue. I'm sure the Orbex scenery has a picture of it. I'm sure it does. Let me Google it. Hang on. I'm going to be all over the place while I try and fly and Google. I should put the autopilot on really, I think, shouldn't I? Let's just do the autopilot for a minute. Let's just do the autopilot so I can do this. There's no search bar on the Orbex website, which is stupid. Products, scenery, Europe. Website's having a hissy fit. No, why is the website not? Why is it whenever you want to do something, things just don't work? Let's do a U-turn. Right, here we go, now it's working. I'm sure it had the Angel of the North, you know, because it has Newcastle. It's addition to the following cities town, we've received an upgraded landscape, added many unique buildings and given each city a unique feel. And it says Newcastle. The biggest attraction to Newcastle is the Tyne Bridge. That's there, fair enough. But the Angel of the North is a pretty big deal. Why would that not be included? I don't understand. That's just blown my mind, but it's not there. Right, where are we? Where are we? So we're there. Right, let's spin around more. Let's go due east again. Yeah, it's just shocking. That shocked me as that, but it's not actually in the simulator. That's disappointing. Okay, let's just keep turning and we'll just head south. Just head south. Yeah, that's a little bit shocking. It's not in there. I know I keep saying it, but I truly am shocked. But it's not actually in there. It's pretty big. Well, it's a stupid thing to be fair, but it's a landmark in there. It should be in there. Oh well. I'll get over it in a second, and then we'll move on. Stunning scenery. Check the Q&H is set right. It is.
times 6,000.
I've done a little flight to Teesside a couple of times, really, I think. Done Newcastle a couple of times to Teesside. Not in this, not in the Bonanza. I think I did Teesside in the 146, British Aerospace 146. Really like that plane. And I think I've done Newcastle in the fly-by-wire 320, but never done it in the Bonanza. I don't know. There's just something about plodding along like we're doing right now, looking out the window, and having a look at things, then checking out, or having a look on the map and seeing where we are, and googling it and having to find a little bit out about it and stuff. I just find that sort of satisfying, to be honest. It's a bit, I don't know, it's just nice. And the flight sim itself looks so good. I mean, it's a shame to not look at it, in my opinion. It's a shame to just fly everywhere at 400 miles an hour, 30-odd thousand feet. Everything looks so tiny. But you can fly around looking at stuff like this. Absolutely stunning. Like I said before, my PC isn't even that good, really. So if you had like a really good computer, I bet you could make it look like in 4K. I bet it'd look absolutely stunning. But I've also thought about maybe one day trying VR. Have any of you ever tried VR? Do you have any thoughts on VR if you ever tried it? What's it like? Is it good? Is it bad? I know one of my mates, he was an airfield there. That must be Leeming, the Air Force base at Leeming. One of my mates, he tried it, but he got a bit motion sick, so it didn't really work out for him. But I don't know about VR. I've always thought VR is a little bit strange because you've got like a giant thing on your head, right? Yeah, bear with me. You've got a giant thing sat on your head, right? How do you see the keyboard? I know it sounds stupid, but how do you find the keyboard? Like I've got the
Metropic Channel 21 Lima Kilo, out of altitude 6,000 for flight level 370.
Just another pilot calling on Unicom. Yeah, like I've got the Logitech flight radio tuning gizmo. It's quite good. I've got that friend gave me it, very nice of him when he gave me it. It's like a present sort of thing. And lets me change frequencies and things without having to do the cockpit. So like now I can change. So if you watch the standby nav, I'm changing that with the dials, which is really, really cool. Like really cool. But how would I see that? I suppose I'd know where it was and I could just grab it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think VR is for me really. I don't even know if the computer would run it, to be honest. So that train line, that straight line there, that's a train line that goes straight into York. And that goes up from Newcastle. It comes from Edinburgh, down through Newcastle, and then straight into York. And then from York, it would go to Doncaster. Or it would do a turn off and do the Leeds Loop, which is basically towards Leeds and then Wakefield and then back around to Doncaster. More wonderfully pointless, fascinating facts. So the A1 should be out of this window and it should be somewhere over there. Maybe we'll have to go a little bit. If we go a little bit more on the right, we'll be able to find it. But that's not. Sorry, no, I'm mistaken. Where is the A1? Hang on. Weatherby, yes. Oh, it's just, yeah, I read the wrong side. So there's an Air Force base underneath us at this side. That's, the cameras are, there it is, you can just see it there, look. That's Topcliffe Air Force Base. One at this side, about, you're probably going to see it shortly. I hate the cameras in this thing. It's going to be coming up soon. There it is. That's Dish 4th Air Force Base. The A1 is just running down the side of that, basically. This road here is the A168, and this is the A1. So we're going to follow the A1 all the way down now. Past Weatherby, past Brookbridge, going to the side of Knaresborough, over Weatherby, down to the M1, A1, MVRP. Yeah, so we can just try and follow it now. Quite hard to follow roads, though. I always find. I think it's easier in real life. Maybe, I don't know. I've never flown in real life. I'm not even that interested really in flying in real life. When I'm quite a large individual, I don't think they make little planes for people of my size, to be fair. Like, I'm not like gigantic like Brendan Fraser in The Whale. Have you seen that movie, The Whale? Quite a good film, to be fair. Have you seen that? I'm nowhere near that big. But I still don't think they make planes, little planes like this, big enough for someone like me and somebody else to fit in it. You have to like shove some sandbags on the opposite wing to weigh you down, I think. I don't know. But yeah, no interest in actually ever flying a plane in real life, to be fair. I'd rather do it in the simulator. A little bit of right, just attach the A1 there. So the A1 is, I think it's the second longest road, you know. I don't think it's the first, I think. And somebody can Google this and correct me if I'm wrong if you want. If anyone's even there, I'll probably just say talking to myself like some sort of psycho. I don't think the A1 is the longest road in the UK. The A1 goes from London all the way up to Edinburgh. But I think the longest road is the M6, which goes from London too, and that goes up the west. So the A1 sort of goes up the easty side, whereas the M6 goes up the west. And I think the M6 is longer. I honestly do. I don't think it's the M1. I'm going to Google it, you know, when I'm on autopilot. Longest road It says the A1, but I'm sure that's not right. I'm sure it was the. 'Cause I remember there was a. I'm pretty sure it was a question on longest roads UK on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with Jeremy Clarkson as the host, and she asked if, or maybe he said it was the M6. Maybe he said the M6, and it says the A1 is 410 miles. How long is the M6 motorway? No, it says that's only 230. Alright, so I admit I'm wrong. I thought it was the M6. Maybe the other way around. I'm thinking about it now. Maybe Clarkson said the M6 and it was the A1. Maybe that's what happened. Yeah, the A1 is the longest road in the UK then. That was the longest, yeah. 400 and odd miles. Yeah. We're just learning things all the time here, aren't we? Like an educational flight sim channel. Very cool. So that would be Weatherby, I would believe. You just check on little nav map. Yes, so that would be Weatherby. That over there could be Knaresborough. Knaresborough's very pretty. If you've never been, I recommend you go. There's a woods. I think it's called. Oh, what's it called? I want to say Cheddar Gorge, but no, River Nid. There's a River Nid. There's like a whole walk you can do. Go up Ripley Road, there's like a little car park somewhere. And you can walk down the River Nid. It's not called that, it's called something Gorge. But really pretty. Definitely go check it. If you live close by, ooh, what's that place? That looks like an interesting place, doesn't it? Oh, it's the race course, Weatherby race course. Very famous race course there. They have a good car boot sale there too on a Sunday. They do, they have a good car boot, that's true. Right, so we should be coming up on the break. We should be getting there. I think it's there, look. Yes, so you can see there's a power station in front of us, right? So the power station there is Ferry Bridge Power Station. There's another power station there, is Egzp. And finally, right over there, middle of the screen, there's Drax. Drax is the biggest of the three. That's how you tell them apart. You can also count the Chile, but this one isn't actually there anymore. Only the little chimneys are standing. The big, massive cooling towers, they got demolished last year. Which is quite sad, but yeah, got demolished. Okay, anywho, we are almost in business. This is the junction. There's Gartha. There's the wind turbines that I told you about. There's the break in the road. There's the mini roundabout. There's the industrial estate. So, there's the airfield, basically. Leeds East is there. That's Leeds East. Now, we're going down the side, so we don't need to contact them. There's nobody there, but if there were, we'd have to contact them if we were going to go through it. You've got to be careful at Sherman to don't reach the Church Fenton Leeds East controlled zone, but we're not going to do. The airfield is there, just by the industrial estate, so let's get set up. We've already checked the weather, so we don't need to do that. Winds are 27. Yeah, the winds are 27, so yeah, it's 28 to land. And, yeah, okay, now I'm going to have to concentrate, aren't I? It's like you're just flying about, and you've got to concentrate to land. Right, let's trim down a little bit. So where are we? Let's just get us bearing so we know exactly where we are. So there's the A1-M1 junction. It's a new. This A1 is a new A1. The old A1 used to go. That's for another day. That goes to Leeds. Leeds is over there. This goes down to Weybridge, Nottingley, and then down to Doncaster. There's the runway there, look. So we're a little bit too high. We have a 3,000 feet. We want to be, let's just set the QNH. We want to be on 1,000 feet pattern. We don't want to be flying over any of these small towns. We want to be aiming for that little light patch in between these dark fields. The little light patch where the camera's looking with the screen. So we just try to lose, we're going down way too fast. We just try to lose the altitude. We're about 2,000 feet. We should be okay to just, which normally you wouldn't join unless you were the right height. There's nobody here. We'll do a little call just in case anybody is around. Chevron Dynamic Traffic, Golf Papa Alpha Uniform Lima, downwind runway 28. Chevron Traffic. There we go. Okay, let's start bringing the speed down a little bit more. Let's trim out of this descent. We're 800 feet higher than what I want to be. We're still doing okay. We're a little bit too near Monk, Preston for my life. We're alright. I'm sure the virtual people understand I'm not, I've flown quite a long way. I'm a little bit tired, to be fair. I'm a little bit hungry as well. So we can bring the throttle back to near idle. We'll get the beeping about the gear not being down, but that's okay. We are still 500 feet too high, so we may do an orbit here just to lose a little bit of height. We shouldn't have really joined until we got the right height, but we'll do that. We get the mixture and the RPMs back up. We'll do a quick orbit. We are 1,000 feet now. Let's throw bridge again on the nose. I'm in the wrong seat. That's better. I don't know what you mean. I always find it really weird flying in the right-hand seat. I tried doing it in the Airbus once, and it just felt so weird. But let's just trim up, get these. So I don't have to be yanking this joystick back so much. Should be a small town, Hamilton. There's Hamilton there. That little bend in the road just where the weather radar is, the instrument panel is now. It's about where we want to be. So we're gonna set flaps. Well, we're gonna bring the speed down to about 70 knots is where I normally like to be to land. But there's a bit of a headwind, 20 knot headwind. So we're gonna do 15 knot headwind, was it? 20 knot headwind now. We'll do a little bit faster. We're going to do about 80 knots. If we have a look at, we should be able to see the runway. There's the runway. We just got a little bit too far. Bring it back in. We are a little bit low. We're not paying too much attention and talking. Surprising how much talking puts you off from actually paying attention. I suppose that's why I would say don't like use your mobile phone while you're driving, because it distracts you, doesn't it? So, not overly bothered though. As I say, we do some things realistically, but we don't do everything realistically. I'm not one of these ultra realistic people that checks every box and everything. Up another notch flat. We're gonna have issues, I think, here. This is choppy. Sorry about that. Guy with the dodgy microphone again. Bless him. Okay, we need to get some throttle. Okay, we need to bring the throttle button just below the nose. We're a little bit high, but I'm gonna force it down. I normally go around, but I'm gonna have to go around. I'm too high, I think. I think I'm too... No, we might be okay. It's only a short... We can stop pretty quick. We can stop pretty quickly, so... Oh, no, that's rubbish. Oh, no, rubbish, 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 rubbish. That was rubbish. That was rubbish. But we down, so this wasn't a very good landing, to be fair. But I've done worse. I've done better. I've done worse. So. Hey, welcome to Sherburn, just to the east of Leeds. They have a very, what I've been told, good club here, aviation club. The Flying Reporter. If any of you know who the Flying Reporter is, he actually did a airfield tour here quite recently. In one of his videos, he started doing like a new series where he goes to different airfields and things like that. And he actually came to Sherburn in one of the recent videos. Okay, so we're on the ground, so we're going to turn the transponder off when I can find the button. Stand by, there we go. Can't actually, too small for my eyes. Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, we made it. That's a bit of that's a long flight, that, in the Bonanza. That's taken, what, 2 hours, I think? How are we doing for fuel? Yeah, not bad, look. Not bad at all. Let's bring the flaps up. Flaps are up. Okay, so the next question is, where do we go from here? Because we took off from here and we flew up to Fife in another stream another day. And then we ended up in Aberdeen because there was a chap controlling up there that I know. So we flew up there to say hello to him, and we did. And then I flew from Aberdeen, even though another stream, up to Dornoch. And then, yeah, we've just flown back to Sherburn in helmet today. So, where do we go from here? I'm thinking we go south. I'm thinking we go sort of south, maybe along the coast. And we go sort of south down Norwich direction, and then maybe end up visiting what, Southend? Yeah, Southend. Maybe go visit Southend and that area, and then maybe we can go down Brighton, Bournemouth. Maybe go visit Redhill. Things like that. All fun, all good. Yes, let's have a look at little nav map, and we'll see where we've been. Turn the trail on. So we started off up here in really bad conditions. We tracked towards Inverness a little bit there. Then we picked up St Abs. Then we flew to St Abs. Then we went round the Angry Cloud. If you remember the Angry Cloud. I should think of a cool name, but I can't think of one. Then we came over the North Sea. St Abs. Looked at St Abs. Came down the coast. Could not find the Angel of the North. We just turn this off so you can see a little bit clearer. Why are they left on? Ah, because I clicked on them. Airspace, there we go. Yeah, and then we came down, pretty much down the line really, a little bit of deviations. We did a little orbit there, some height, and then yeah, landed. Went past, came back, but yeah, nice. I enjoyed that. I hope you did too. I don't know if you're watching Sarah Adams, but if you are, hope you enjoyed it. If anybody else is watching, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I think next time we'll probably go. I think next time, I don't know, we'll probably go maybe out towards the Humber. Maybe actually go up to Scarborough and Farney, because I like that area. I spent a lot of time there as a kid. Maybe go up to Scarborough, Pickering, follow the North Yorkshire Moors, go up to where's Goathland? There's Goathland. That's where the Harry Potter train station. They used Goathland train station for Harry Potter. Also, for the older people out there, Edensfield, Heartbeat was filmed at Goathland. Maybe go up to Pickering and up to Goathland. And maybe go up to Redcar, maybe, and then come back down the coast. Maybe land somewhere over Lincolnshire way. Then maybe another day head down, as I say, down over the Wash. Past Skegness and things over to Norwich. And yeah, we'll see anyway. Things are always open to suggestions, so if you have any suggestions of where you'd like me to go, if you want me to come and visit your home airfield or local airfield or whatever, and you have any information on it, that'd be awesome. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comment section below, and hopefully you'll join me next time. Probably going to be daytimes. I can't do much in the evening because where the computer's located, the other half want me barreling away to pretend people that are actually probably there. So yeah, I will end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy your evening. Bye bye.